And can y'all believe this? I can't even believe after Jalen Green doing what he did has the balls to do this. And I'm going to give him credit. He does have some big balls. He does. This is the evisceration of the Fruit Loops, aka Josh Christopher and Jalen Green. Now, if you don't know what evisceration means, go look it up. You need to get your vocabulary up. And I'm not gonna hold y'all. I got a bone to pick with these Fruit Loops. More so of, I would say, my biggest bone is with Jalen Green and Josh Christopher. That's just a small bone. Let me put this into a better perspective so you can try to relate. You know when you get that, or I don't get it anymore, but used to growing up, when you get that 8-piece bucket from KFC, y'all remember that, right? And by the way, I don't know what happened to KFC, but it feels like it doesn't hit the same anymore, but that's a different conversation for a different day. But back in the day when it was hitting and we'd get that as a family, or my family at least, once every couple of weeks, the bone I got to pick with Josh Christopher, it's like the little chicken leg they give you. But however, Jalen Green in this case and scenario is the chicken breast. The biggest piece in the 8-piece bucket that your dad got. And by the way, this brought back memories. Do y'all remember Everybody Hates Chris? That was like Julius's favorite thing. Don't eat my big piece of chicken. I'm all over the place. I don't know why. I just randomly thought of that. But Everybody Hates Chris, top 2 show of all time, and it's not 2. Everybody hates Chris. All right, man, quit being corny. Sorry about that. But anyways, getting back on track here. Jalen Green, he's got to be stopped. I'm not going over what's happened, what's led up until this point. You already know that. You know how I feel about the situation. But here's what I don't like about all of this. I thought we were done. We're moving on, especially after the second video yesterday. I didn't even plan on making a second video. As a matter of fact, when we made the first video, this situation, it wasn't even that big. The only reason I made that video is because I had like 2 people send me the information on Twitter. I remember when I made that video, I was like, it's not going to blow up and nobody's even going to care about it. And then right after that video, boom, the situation blew up like crazy. And then once the first video started blowing up, then the second video came out and it started blowing up. Just seems like it's been a domino effect. But then guess what? Guess what? I had like 10 to 15 people tag me this on Instagram, and it's just Jalen Green's recent post. And can y'all believe this? I can't even believe after Jalen Green doing what he did has the balls to do this. And I'm going to give him credit. He does have some big balls. He does. All this is going on right. Most people, they turn off their comment section. They may even deactivate their Instagram or their social medias. But no, not Jalen Green. He didn't just not turn off his comment section or anything like that. He's posting pictures like nothing ever happened. Yesterday, this guy just posted a picture where he's smiling. He's got his hands over his ears and put a black heart emoji. Of course, he had to put some black heart cringy emoji because, you know, he's into that painting the nails. He's into like that. I guess he wants to be like a punk or rock star. I don't know what vibe he's trying to do. And I guess that is what he's trying to be, some rock star, you know, unicorn, all that blah, 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 blah. Not getting into that again. Y'all know how I feel about the painted nails. In the comment sections, per usual, they are flaming this guy, and there's so many. You can go check them out for yourself. I'm not going to read off the comments. I'll pop up a couple here to show you guys, but you know what they're going to say. No need for me to waste your time and read them, but here's my problem with all of this. And I have a problem with Josh Christopher too, but like I stated, we'll get to that in just a second. Be patient with me. Jalen Green, this is a message to you, man. I respect you a ton, and if you've been an OG of the channel, you would know I'm a high advocate for Jalen Green. I even stated I'd have took him over Cade Cunningham in the draft. I've hyped this dude up time after time after time. I think he's a fantastic basketball player with a high ceiling and high potential. He's one of the most talented basketball players in the entire world, and that's the bottom line. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And also to go along with that, he has a huge, I'm talking about a huge following. People have been keeping up with this guy and loving this guy since he was in high school. And one of my favorite, if not my favorite quotes, I got it hung up in my house, is with great power comes great responsibility. It does. With great power comes great responsibility. And a lot of you may never think that applies to you, but I think it applies to every person. You don't have to have 2.4 million followers for people to look up to you. If you're a big brother, whether you believe this or not, your little brother and his friends, they're looking up to you. Nobody's ever going to tell you this, but there's people out there, there's somebody you don't even know that's rooting for you. Meanwhile, in your hometown, people are going to hate on you just because that's how it is. They don't want to see somebody in their same suggy situation make it out. But I'm telling you, there's people you don't know that are rooting for you. But getting back on track here with Jalen Green, with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, for him, that definitely applies, right? And I'm not going to dive into this too much. Jalen Green, if you are GAY, I don't care. Do what you want. That's up to you. If you are GAY or anybody watching this, I don't have anything against you. That's you. You like what you like, and I like what I like. If you like wieners, I don't have a problem with you. Even with Jalen Green here, with him acting sus, wearing the booty shorts, painting his nails in that video coming out, Here's where my biggest problem arises. What if some people said in the comment section, and I've seen it on Twitter, oh yeah, that's, and I really can't defend this, but they're saying this, oh yeah, that's just boys being boys. Every high school locker room, they did that and blah, 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 blah. Number one, no, not every high school locker room does that crap. And two, it's not normal. Does it happen? Yes, I'm sure stuff like that happens every now and then, but that doesn't mean it's normal. So don't even try to act like it is. But like I was saying, my biggest problem with this is, even if you did it, okay, I'm all about forgiving people, but Jalen Green hasn't even addressed this or responded. As a professional athlete, an NBA player, a person with a huge following of 2.4 million followers, it is a part of your duty and responsibility to at least say, hey guys, you know, I was a kid in that, or I was a young man in that, or I was goofing off, I apologize. That's it. That's all I would like to see, because the younger generation, these kids, they look up to him. Do you know how many kids, their favorite player was Jalen Green before this incident? Now, I think he might have lost some fans. And I'm not saying I hope he lost some fans or loses some fans, but I think some people after seeing that video, it's a turnoff. I'll tell you this much. Growing up, Kobe was my GOAT. I'm not saying he's the greatest of all time, but I'm saying for me, he was my GOAT. I'm a big Kobe guy, love Kobe to death. And if I saw a video clip of Kobe Bryant doing that, I honestly don't believe I'd be a Kobe Bryant fan anymore. I don't believe Kobe Bryant would have been my GOAT if I saw a video of that leaked out. But hey, that's just me. That's just me. But I can tell you this much. If Kobe Bryant got a video of that leaked out and he came out and said, hey, I apologize, I was a young guy goofing off, it won't happen again, I might accept him. That is just a might, but you see what I'm saying. And I already know what some of these Timothys are about to run to the comment section and say, oh, Matt, you're tripping, bro. He don't owe nobody an explanation. Listen here, chump. Get out of here with that. If a video like that of me got leaked out, you think it'd be okay for me to just act like nothing happened and continue to post videos? I think you guys would want somewhat of an explanation. And even if some of y'all would be disgusted at me for it, at least I would apologize and address it. And I know some of you are going to think I'm overreacting and you're going to say it's not that big of a deal, but I think you're wrong. This is a big deal. Because yeah, if you're over the age of 18, it probably isn't a big deal. But to the younger kids, and I'm talking about kids that look up to him, they're going to think this is normal behavior and stuff. And I want all my younger kids out there to know, watching this video, this ain't normal and this isn't right behavior. A little zesty joke and a sus joke every now and then, that's cool. That's teenage boy behavior. But this right here to my younger people, no, this ain't normal and you better not do anything like this. Or my bad, I'm not your dad or parent. Let me say this in a different way. You shouldn't be doing crap like this. I don't want all these people in social media to brainwash you and say, oh yeah, this is normal teenage boy activity, because it's not. I don't care what anybody says. This ain't normal. And the problem is Jalen Green has such a huge influence, people are going to think it is normal. That's enough about old Jalen Green here. As far as it goes for his butt buddy Josh Christopher, I'm not letting you slide either. You know what? Now that I think about it, the fact that Josh Christopher and Jalen Green are both posted on social media like nothing ever happened, I don't think they are sorry. I genuinely don't believe they are sorry, because if they were, and if they were embarrassed about that video, they'd have said something. I'm being dead serious. If a video like that of me got leaked out, which it can't happen because I didn't do it, but if it did, I'd apologize within the first couple of hours because I would be embarrassed. But the fact they're sitting quiet, maybe that's who they truly are. Josh Christopher and Jalen Green remind me of those two dudes in high school. And let me know in the comment section, but I feel like every high schooler or every person that went to high school, you knew two dudes that were butt buddies. They had every class together. They hung out in the hallways. They hung out after basketball practice, baseball practice. You couldn't go anywhere without seeing them with each other. They were never separated. They were side by side. They couldn't do anything without each other. To me, that's Josh Christopher and Jalen Green. But they take butt buddies to a completely different level. I ain't seen anything like that. What a time to be alive. What a time. Jalen Green, you need to speak up about this, because if you don't, it's just going to continue to linger. It's 2023, my brother. You think people are going to let this slide? I don't think so. I don't know what's worse, this or what happened with Anthony Davis. That Anthony Davis one was crazy. If you know, you know. Let me know your thoughts down below about Roman.